We've got this from Daily Caller, moving to the Dominion voting systems. This blew my mind. So this wasn't 24 hours ago. So I guess I kind of lied when I said that all my art or everything that was posted is going to be within the last 24 hours. But I had to show this because I didn't really see this anywhere. I didn't see it anywhere until yesterday. And this happened back on October 9th. So this is from Daily Caller. Dominion Voting Systems has been acquired by founder and chairman of Liberty Vote, Scott Leiendecker, in a deal which included dropping lawsuits against conservatives. Is it Leiendecker or Leiendecker? I don't know. Leiendecker. Anyway, a former GOP election reform advocate has officially become the sole owner of Dominion after making the deal contingent on dropping several remaining lawsuits against prominent conservatives in One America News Network. I believe Rudy Giuliani is one of them named in the lawsuits, and others on his level. I can't remember who specifically, but there were a number of people that were in these lawsuits. Matter of fact, they probably have it in the article because I'm sure they linked it. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Let me bring this up and have a look. I would imagine that they named a few. So Dominion Voting Systems has been acquired, so we already went over that. Let's see. Oh, and One America News Network. They were also named in the lawsuit. So Leiendecker further disclosed to the caller that remaining litigation with MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, and former Trump campaign attorney Sidney Powell will be dropped by Dominion Voting Systems as part of the acquisition agreement. And Dominion also filed a lawsuit against Herring Networks, which owns One American News Network, in August of 21. The lawsuit remained unresolved through Leiendecker further confirmed that future litigation will be discontinued following the acquisition. The Liberty Vote will be inheriting ongoing litigation with former Overstock CEO Patrick Byrne. The Daily Caller learned the acquisition makes Dominion a fully American-owned company, a shift Leiendecker says is designed to strengthen public confidence, enhance transparency, and rebuild trust in the integrity of U.S. elections. And it's a post from Daily Caller. While Dominion seems poised to sue dozens in right-wing media, One American News Network announces whopping 3-hour fraud special featuring Mike Lindell. Damn, 3-hour special? Holy shit. That was back on February the 5th of 2021. Which, of course, Dominion Voting Systems, those were all those electronic voting terminals that we all had to cast our ballots into in the majority of the country during the 2020 election and probably 2024 election too. So, quote, every legacy system is under review. Liberty Vote will be 100% American-owned, American-built, and independently audited. We won't ask for trust. We'll earn it and prove it, Leiendecker told the caller in a statement. The election technology company is being marketed to champion reforms aimed at ensuring every American's vote is secure and accurately counted, according to a press release. Under its new leadership, Liberty Vote will move its operations entirely to the United States. Isn't that fucking mind-blowing that this company is not even an American company, but it's responsible for counting the ballots in the American electoral system? That is so fucked up, man. I mean, like, I thought that the federal government was only supposed to be doing business with American-based companies. I'm pretty sure there was a federal law on record for that, because that's why, at least they claim, that all of the materials that we have to use, or, well, at least the manufacturing process for all the wind turbines and all the solar panels, it's all supposed to be made in America because it's federal law. Anything that the government contracts with, I thought, was supposed to be built in the USA. So, anyway, I don't know how they got around that with this, but I guess if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. Under its new leadership, Liberty Vote will move its operations entirely to the U.S. The company says it is prioritizing election integrity by implementing third-party auditing standards, the same release added. Liberty Vote signals a new chapter for American elections, one where trust is rebuilt from the ground up, Leiendecker stated in the press release. Liberty Vote is committed to delivering election technology that prioritizes paper-based transparency, security, and simplicity so that voters can be assured that every ballot is filled in accurately and fairly counted. In addition, the company is prioritizing the use of hand-marked paper ballots to strengthen election security and compliance. This initiative aligns with President Donald Trump's executive order titled Preserving and Protecting the Integrity of American Elections, which is designed to safeguard the electoral process and uphold federal standards. Since the 2020 election, Dominion has launched several major defamation lawsuits, including a $1.3 billion case against Lindell, accusing him of spreading false claims about the company's role during the 2020 presidential election to boost his pillow sales. The company filed a $1.3 billion defamation lawsuit against Powell over what Dominion described as wild accusations that it rigged the 2020 presidential election to secure a win for former President Joe Biden. Look, I don't know if they rigged the entire thing in favor of Joe Biden, but they definitely had their fair share of issues, to say the least. Dominion also filed a separate $1.3 billion lawsuit against Giuliani, a close ally of Trump, alleging he repeatedly promoted baseless claims that Dominion rigged the election in favor of Biden. And so we got that post from Daily Caller in February of 21. Newsmax Media reached a $67 million lawsuit with Dominion in August in relation to its defamation lawsuit over the outlet's alleged defamatory coverage of Dominion regarding the 2020 election. Damn, man. The company previously reached a $787.5 million lawsuit with Fox News, who agreed to pay the voting software company in April of 2023. How did I miss that? Did anyone listening to this, did you know that was a thing? I didn't know that Dominion successfully sued Fox News and Newsmax, especially for damn near $1 billion, dude. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy. So that's it for the Daily Caller article. It'll be linked. And move on to the next one. I got a few posts regarding Dominion. Right Angle News Network. Breaking. Democrats are now demanding the removal of Dominion voting machines after a pro-Trump investor bought the company and rebranded them as Liberty voting machines, with some Democrats even calling for paper ballots. So I'm going to skip this video for now because I have it in a thread below. And this one from Lindell TV. Breaking. Dominion voting system sold, rebranded as Liberty Vote. Dominion has been quietly sold to No Inc., a company already entrenched in U.S. elections. Now No Inc. controls everything. Voter registration, poll books, tabulators, election night reporting. This rebrand won't fool anyone paying attention. The DNA of Dominion is still inside these machines. Election watchdog Jessica Polema joined the Mike Lindell show to break it all down, including disturbing ties to Venezuelan election interference and whistleblower-backed evidence you can see at electioncrimebureau.com. Same actors, same systems, new name. End-to-end control of our elections is now in the hands of one company. All right. It's 4 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to play the whole thing. I guess I'll give it, just a little bit.
Not the case anymore in Washington, D.C. There's something...
I'll repost it just... Oh, shit. Fuck. Sorry. I'll repost it just in case that I don't get all the way through it. So that way, if you want, you could check my X profile. Again, it's linked below. Or it's on Real Lindell TV over on the X platform.
Not the case anymore in Washington, D.C. There's something happening every single day, even on the weekends under the Trump administration. And one of the things that happened just late this week, that was a recent announcement, is a big news item, and it deals with the sale of Dominion voting systems
kind of big,
to a company called No Inc. And I'm going to be joined for this segment and another segment talking about something else that has been discovered out in South Dakota. By a very special lady by the name of Jessica Polema. Jessica heads up the SD canvassing group out in South Dakota. It's election integrity.
Well, I thought the dude that bought Dominion, what's his name? He's a former Republican operative, from what I've read. That he's deeply entrenched in the Republican Party.
We'll just pop in and see what actually happened regarding this sale of Dominion to a company called No Inc. Check out item number 1 there. We'll see. Here's a list of services that are provided. Here's the. So yesterday the announcement was made.
All right, you know what? I'm just going to link it. All right, because there's more to get through, and he's just going over a summary and basically probably going over the exact same thing I already did in the Daily Caller, but I already reposted it if you want to check it out. All right, so moving on to the next thing. X1A Dominion voting machines have been purchased by, and this looks like, I don't know, maybe answer from Grok. Yes, as of October 9th, 2025, Dominion voting systems has been sold. Here are the key details. The buyer is a newly formed company called Liberty Vote, led by Scott Leiendecker, a former Republican election official. Liberty Vote now assumes full ownership and operational control of what was Dominion. The transaction's financial terms have not been publicly disclosed. Previously, Dominion had been controlled by the private equity firm Staple Street Partners, which in 2018 bought a 70% stake in the company. And I've got another one, Culture War Intel. This is a thread of Democrats now calling for paper ballots since Dominion voting sold to conservative. What? Oh, it sounds like that we might be getting our paper ballots after all. I mean, look, that's what we really wanted all along, voter ID and paper ballots. Republican buys Dominion and gives it a MAGA makeover. Just like that, Democrats don't like electronic voting and beg for paper ballots. Ain't that fucking funny? What about election ID? Are they going to demand that too? That is fucking hilarious. So I've got a whole thread of these videos. So here's the first one. Oh my God, it's all of them. Holy moly.
The major voting machine companies in every single one.
Ooh, they so twiggin'. All right, the rabble, the NPCs. They speak loudly and incoherently. All right, so we've got this MAGA buys Dominion voting machines getting full dictatorship coming. Uh-oh. Here we go from TikTok.
Just dropped that's quite honestly going to put us in a full-blown dictatorship. Dominion voting systems, one of the biggest voting tech.
If we don't have full control, if we don't have absolute, unfettered, unchecked, complete and total totalitarianism style power, then they're going to cheat. It's a dictatorship if we don't have the power.
He's in the country.
Fucking spare me, lady.
Bought out by a man who is a major Trump supporter. This is not random, it's strategic. Just a quick recap, Dominion was the company that Trump allies were literally freaking out about conspiracy theories about a rigged election in 2020. And now someone that aligns with the same political movement owns the fucking company. That means one of the largest systems.
Don't you just love capitalism?
And verify your votes is now under control to a man that is loyal to the same guy that tried to overturn the 2020 election. You can call that a coincidence if you want, but to me, this is not screaming democracy. This is screaming
we don't live in a democracy.
Dictatorship. First, they went after the courts, then the schools. Now it's the voting systems. Every single move is about control. Control of the message, control of the laws, and now control of the ballots themselves. This really should freak you out, because once they own the vote, they own the direction of where.
Oh, give me a fucking break, lady. You all, like, you own the mainstream media, you own Hollywood, you own the entire mainstream culture, pop culture, the university system, the public education system. I mean, like, yeah, dude, give me a fucking break. All right, Culture War Intel, get your mail-in ballots ready. Here we go with another TikTok.
Get your mail-in ballots ready.
Dude, these people are freaking out, man.
Dominion Voting Systems, the voting company that owns the machines that were at the center of all of the election denier 2020 bullshit, has been sold. To whom, you might ask? Well, I'm so glad you asked. It is now called Liberty Vote, and it's Scott Leiendecker, a former GOP elections director in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, but would it surprise you, lady? It says former GOP. Perhaps he is a card-carrying Democrat now. Maybe. I mean, probably not.
What does that say?
It says former. That's what I see.
Elections with transparent, secure,
I don't know. Move your fucking head out of the way.
Systems. My brothers and sisters in Satan, I would trust Edward Scissorhands to do my fucking pap smear. Before
Dude, there's just no pleasing these people, is there?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Well, look, man, we've been telling you for years, I'm not a Republican, but Republicans have been telling everyone for years, conservatives been telling everybody for years, we got to get paper ballots. And then Democrats were just so anti-paper ballot, they didn't want anything to do with it. They had their full faith and trust in Dominion. So I kind of question who really had control of Dominion in the first place. Like, it was a Canadian company, wasn't it? Something like that. And I believe that they're just a little bit liberal up in Canada.
What? Y'all, do all the things from the bottom up because we need to get this word out here because nobody is.
Well, I mean, what do you expect, dude? It's already sold. It's already a done deal. All right, so here's this dude. This dude actually goes a bit insane.
A fucking MAGA person just bought Dominion Voting Systems.
Motherfucking MAGA man.
Fucked. Let's get into it.
Damn maggots.
So this man right here, his name is Scott Leiendecker. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce it or not. But he is literally a GOP operative. And he has bought Dominion Voting Systems. I'm going to show you more info on it right now.
Oh, please do tell.
Right here, you can see it's an Axios article. Dominion,
left-wing
one of the biggest
Axios.
election equipment providers, and was used in 27 states. The name of this company this man owns is called Liberty Vote. And
oh no, Liberty. That's so it sounds so like I don't know, a dystopic. Sounds like a pure dictatorship. Oh my God, Liberty. It's totally synonymous with authoritarianism in the worst possible way.
His name, Scott Leiendecker, if you want to look it up. I think I said it wrong first time. But he worked in Mississippi. In Missouri. Let me show you real quick. You can see here, has deep Republican connections. He was appointed to a role investigating St. Louis's elections after the 2000 election. He was also appointed as the election director by Republicans. So? He is full-on fucking MAGA.
I didn't read that anywhere.
This man is so MAGA that in his press release, he said they are going to be in full compliance with Trump's executive order.
Yeah, dude, because an executive order is law, you fucking retard.
Like it's a fucking law or something.
Oh my God, he is retarded.
Not only did he buy it,
he is full-blown retarded.
The sale was that Dominion would reach undisclosed settlements with former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani and Trump lawyer Sidney Powell.
Yeah, that means they're gonna drop them. You fucking idiot.
Two people who tried helping Trump.
They're not gonna pay Rudy Giuliani. They're just gonna drop the fucking lawsuits.
I mean, it doesn't get much fucking worse than this, folks. And I'm gonna show you why Democrats lose. So I went and checked a bunch of
I don't think that they've lost quite a lot.
To see if anybody had even tweeted about this. I couldn't find one Democratic politician
until
who had even
now
tweeted about this shit. Ken Martin is the head of the DNC. He hadn't even mentioned it on his Twitter account. And then we get this quote in the same article. Nevada.
Yeah, dude, because Democrats are trying to keep their base stupid. They're trying to keep you into a bunch of NPC rabble where you just, I don't know, just mouth breathe and drool and just comply accordingly. That's all they want you to do, dude. They want to keep you as low info as humanly possible. Although I am kind of surprised that they weren't screaming this all over the mainstream news, if I'm being honest.
The Democratic Secretary of State called Leiendecker open, honest, and transparent. Do you fucking think that if a man who's appointed by a Democratic governor was going around buying fucking voting machines, that the Republicans would completely ignore it? They wouldn't mention it. It's all they would fucking talk about forever. You would never hear the fucking end of it.
All right, whatever. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. So the Trump administration bought Dominion voting machines. Dude, what the hell are you doing on TikTok, dude? You're like a fucking 100 years old.
Bought Dominion voting machines. Now, not Trump personally, but one of his best cronies did.
Dude, what's up with all these Southern Democrats, man?
I'm warning you that they're already way ahead of you on the next election. And that's the whole post. The Trump administration now owns the Dominion voting machines.
They actually don't.
Good luck.
But okay. God, these people are hilarious, man. All right, we got another one. Disturbing news. Dominion Voting Systems was just purchased by a GOP conspiracy election official.
Okay, so we got to talk about this disturbing news yet. That Dominion Voting
Oh my God, dude, this is 4 minutes. I'm not going to play this whole thing.
By a GOP conspiracist election official. Yeah.
Oh, that conspiracy.
Somebody who pushed all of the election conspiracy claims by Donald Trump. Dominion Systems sold to this man. His company is Liberty Vote, and that's what Dominion's voting system is going to be changed to. And they're being marketed by a company called Logan Circle Group that has on their cover and all their marketing a photo of J.D. Vance, Trump,
show us the picture.
Taylor Greene, and Matt Gaetz.
Yay, Matt Gaetz.
So
it's from my
literally,
state.
The MAGA conspiracists are going to be controlling a huge number of voting machines. This is what's really disturbing about this.
You can almost hear
Dominion
the gears in her brain starting to come apart. Her brain is short-circulating.
$787 million settlement.
$700 million
for spreading the Trump conspiracy.
I know they're going to drop it. Or no, actually, Fox News had to pay him, didn't they?
Just settled for $67 million for doing the same. OAN, the big right-wing conspiracy rag, is currently in the middle of settlement negotiations for
they're going to drop it.
Trump lies about the election. Lendell, the pillow guy, his case is still pending because Dominion was suing a ton of people.
No, I believe they're dropping his too.
Rudy Giuliani was one of them, and that was settled or it's still pending.
No,
but this
all
is
settled.
A company.
Lady, did you not just read the fucking news?
Whether Fox
what are you
News
looking
and
at?
Everybody paid up yet? I don't know. So you have to ask yourself why financially they are going to receive a windfall from all these settlements. Why would they sell to the enemy, to the very people who put them through this hell? And
because it is capitalism, man.
They literally did not want to run voting systems in an America with Trump MAGA Republicans ready to do this all over again if future elections do not go their way. I have to imagine.
Oh man, they're gonna have a lot of fun with this, man. They're just gonna keep their eye on that ball. They're gonna be way distracted with this whole Dominion thing for the next coming who knows how long. Maybe that was all part of the plan. Maybe just keep their eye off the ball. Just look over at the Dominion stuff. You know, just keep digging into all that conspiracy nonsense. All right, Dominion voting system is now Liberty Vote. And this says, my fellow Americans, actually, let me go back. I think that was a little bit larger. Yeah, so today I'm proud to announce Liberty Vote, a 100% American-owned election technology company dedicated to restoring trust in our elections. The mission is clear. Every vote must be secure, fair, and verifiable. I have spent my life working to strengthen America's elections. That commitment began years ago in the aftermath of the 2000 election when I worked for the Missouri Secretary of State. Later, as election director in St. Louis, I led the effort to modernize outdated systems and rebuild public trust. Eventually, I founded an election technology company that today serves nearly 1 in 4 voters nationwide. So I'm sure if you've been following politics over the last 5-10 years or so, definitely during the 2020 election, there was a lot of nefarious business going on where there were stacks of ballots that were discovered. There were piles of them that were thrown away. They were taping up the windows in the counting centers. Steven Crowder, I remember he did something where he I don't even know where he got it from. He got a public information request that had a whole bunch of addresses on it, and they were cross-referencing these addresses belonging to people who were registered voters, and they were actually going out to these addresses, and they were all empty lots. He found like 200 some odd empty lots, and I want to say it was in Arizona, I think. And so he had a whole thing going on with that. And all of it was happening in all these blue areas and all these major cities. Plus, there was ballot harvesting that was going on. People were getting paid like $20-$30 to give their ballots over to these like Democrat operatives that were going door to door. There's a whole bunch of funny business going on. But you didn't really hear anything from Republicans and how much they were stealing this and stealing that. Nothing that was evidentiary like what was happening with Democrats in 2020. Probably in 2024 also. All right, anyway, so finishing this up, with Liberty Vote, we are building on that legacy. We're turning the page and beginning the vital work of restoring faith in American elections. While these changes will not happen overnight, Liberty Vote's mission is rooted in American values and committed to transparency, independent audits, and verifiable paper records. Our purpose is simple: to ensure that America's elections are secure, fair, and honest. So hopefully in this whole new system, they're going to weed out all of the votes that were cast by people who've been dead for years. And I mean, how wild would that be if this whole new ownership would produce like such a massive swing in the way that no more fraud is happening. Illegal immigrants aren't going to be voting anymore, because if they are, then it's going to be caught by this new system. I mean, it's certainly not good news for Democrats. That's for damn sure, because now they can't, well, at least they're going to try as much as they can to make sure that they don't cheat. At least not this time. All right, so anyway, I think these are just comments from this point on. Yeah, so this was not on my bingo card this year. The fallout from is going to be most entertaining. All right. Yeah, it is. They're already freaking out. This is just a couple days ago. So maybe the mainstream news, I cannot imagine them not talking about this on CNN, on MSNBC. I think they would be just absolutely going just apocalyptic on the news with regard to this. But I don't know, man. The way that they were talking, like they didn't hear about it anywhere. They just happened to come across it, probably on the internet or something. So, all right. Anyway, this is from Kevin Monkla. Considering that the owner of No Inc. purchased Dominion, I thought we should point out Georgia election officials continue to knowingly conceal that the poll pads are all connected to the internet, like the SOS's general counsel Charlene McGowan, in her false testimony under oath for the bar trial of 3 attorneys, perjury, multiple instances, material at a bar trial. Georgia AG, Chris, you have a duty of candor to the tribunal who are deciding the fate of 3 human beings. Your client's GC lied her ass off. Blah, blah, blah. This was... Okay. So I'm not sure how that directly relates to... I don't know, like maybe they got actual evidence that maybe Dominion was engaging in nonsense. I'm not familiar with this specifically. So were the poll pads for the November 2020 election connected to the internet in any way? And they said no. So I guess they're gonna get to the bottom of that and find out that it was. This is 5 minutes too. I'm not gonna be able to play all of this either. I'm just not sure.
In follow to that,
I'm just not sure how this is connected.
There is absolutely no internet connectivity to scanners or BMDs.
No, there is not.
Is there internet connectivity to the poll pad?
No, there is not. Not at the polls. No, when the poll. Dominic can explain more. When they actually establish the poll pads, they're connected to when they program them, they're connected to the internet. But he can give a description about that.
Well, why would they do that? Why would they do that? Fulton County officials repeatedly claim that at the polls, the poll pads are not connected to the internet. The evidence shows otherwise. Okay, so this video is suggesting that Dominion was engaged in funny business during the election. Authenticate registered voters from the Secretary of State's database. This system is called ePulse. Encodes a voter access card that is used to pull up the correct ballot style for the voter on Dominion voting machines. I mean, why go through all this bullshit when you could just verify by people's freaking state ID? Just verify by ID. That's what the poll workers do when you walk into the precinct. You walk in, you show them your ID, then you sign your name on the book that they have, then they give you your ballot, and you fill it out, and you cast it. It's all to do in-person voting. That's what I think. It should just all be in-person voting. And I wholeheartedly agree that it should be a holiday. Election Day should be a holiday. And I don't know which holiday that most people get off of work for, but maybe, opt to work on that day in order to have Election Day off. I don't know. But yeah, it definitely should be a holiday. And then by making it a holiday, then everybody shouldn't have any excuse to not go and vote in person. Of course, unless you're overseas or something like that. I know there's some exceptions to it. All right, Robbie Starbuck, Dominion Voting, infamous for their Dominion voting machines, has been sold to a company run by former Republican election official. Watch how fast Democrats switch up their rhetoric about how trustworthy voting machines are. Maybe we finally get them to support paper ballots. Yeah, I think we already are. I think they absolutely are already doing that. So this may be the Axios article that a couple of those people in the video were referring to. Except Robbie Starbuck didn't freaking link it. Damn it. All right. Well, at least you got the... Here, let me just... I guess I'll do it myself. Scoop, Dominion voting sold. Oh, wait, hold on. Axios, right? Oh, I think yeah, here it is. By ex-GOP, correct? Yeah, there we go. All right, I found it. I'll link it if you want to check it out. So that's the article that he's referring to. All right, and I'll move on to the next thing. From True Southern Girl, I thought Dominion voting machines were 100% safe from voting fraud. If that's the case, why does it matter the political party of the owner? Democrats are now canceling voting machines and calling for paper ballots. You can't make this shit up. Oh, it's just a gif. Trump doing the Trump dance. All right. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you take a quick second to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And check out The Swamp, which drops Monday through Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern, covering the daily happenings inside the federal machine. Thank you very much for watching.